कहते मैंने वो डेज देखे रात काली on that paper chase छोड़े नहीं मैंने ये paper plane सपनों के बने या paper plane.
Hello and welcome to Do I Like It, a Quint production where we review anything and everything under the sun. मेरा नाम है प्रतीक लिद्धू and in this episode I'll tell you do I like the EP Time Will Tell by Krishna. Okay, so Krishna is a Hindu Bhagwan. Just kidding. Krsna, the KRNA, is a rapper from the Delhi hip-hop scene. And at this point, he's an OG in the game. He's been doing this for over a decade, I think. He used to do it in English pehle, then he switched to Hindi. Now he does like a combination of both things. He was one of the first people, I think, in that wave of rappers who were doing non-film music, non-film hip-hop music. And he's a mainstream artist now. He's signed to Raftaar's label, Kalamkar. I don't know if he's signed to it or if he's like a owner of it. मतलब बोलता तो है वो owner है, but yeah, whatever. He reps Kalamkar. And he's a good artist. let's just leave it at that. He's a बढ़िया artist है वो बंदा. And he just dropped his EP with 3 songs called Time Will Tell, समय बताएगा. And the interesting thing about this is that this EP is produced by Jokhay and Umair, who are 2 amazing producers from Karachi. Yes, Pakistan wala Karachi. And it also features verses from our K-Town ka, crew, youngsters, Talha, Anjum, Talha, Yunus. First of all, dude, this is so cool. I'll tell you why. So, तुम्हें पता होगा जावेद अख्तर ने अभी एक विवादित बयान दिया था जो टीवी वाले कहते हैं जैसे कि he talked about music and artists collaborating across borders, right? And he also has had his fair share of collaborations like with Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan and all of that. But obviously after Pulwama and in general जो इंडिया पाकिस्तान के बीच में tensions रहती हैं उसकी वजह से artistic collaborations have been थोड़े tough in the past few years. But I think Desi hip hop, and by Desi hip hop I mean both Indian and Pakistani hip hop, they are bridging that gap. And how? Because भाई मतलब रफ्तार की एल्बम में there is Faris and Krishna and youngsters go so back and quarantine, all of that, and it's just so amazing to hear 2 such amazing cultures, so similar, which are so different in their own ways but still similar but still different, और वो जब एक साथ एक ट्रैक पे आते हैं और मतलब किल करते हैं तो बहुत मज़ा आता है because at the end all of that is देसी हिप हॉप, है ना. So उसी का एक sort of नमूना है ये EP, and this is a good thing. This should happen more often, and बढ़िया लगा यार मेरे को. This should happen. बहुत लोग करने चाहिए ऐसा क्योंकि that's how hip hop will grow, and hip hop is all about bridging these boundaries. So let's talk about the music now. अब बात करने को ज़्यादा है नहीं ऑनेस्टली बिकॉज छोटी सी EP है, 3 गाने हैं, तीनों गाने सिमिलर सी प्रोडक्शन पे हैं आई वुड से, बिकॉज जो जोखे की स्पेशलिटी जैसे कहते हैं बिकॉज ही इज़ अ गिटारिस्ट हिमसेल्फ. तो जो ये NBA यंग बॉय टाइप की जो बीट्स होती हैं, गिटार वाली, ट्रैप, ग्रूवी बट स्टिल पंप करने वाली जो बीट्स होती हैं, वैसी ही बीट्स थी इस EP पे भी. And I think the 3 beats, they do the job right, they get the job done, but somewhere I feel that Krishna wasn't as comfortable on these kind of beats, and this has been my problem, not problem, but this has been my worry with Krishna for a long time, because I think Krishna is my favorite rapper whom I don't care about, because he's like a chameleon, and I'm saying this not in a very good way. Yes, he can, kill an old school beat just like he can kill a trap beat, just like he can kill a drill beat. But I don't see his authentic style coming across. And I'm not talking in terms of lyricism because he has a very, unique style of writing his bars. He's very much into punchlines. His double and triple entendres and his homophones are really, they take some time for you to get registered. Even on this EP, he had some crazy bars that made me go like, oh bhai, ek mere ko yaad aa raha hai just off the top of my head. He said ki meri gardan nahi khichi but still it's iced up or something like that. And at first I was like, okay, I know that this has something to do with jewelry, but ओके वाई गर्दन नहीं खींची, एंड देन आई वाज लाइक ओ गर्दन खींची मतलब ऐसा नस खिंच गई तो बर्फ़ लगाते हो, ऑल ऑफ दैट, एंड आई एम लाइक ओ नाइस नाइस नाइस. ऐसी बहुत सारे बार्स हैं बाय द वे कृष्णा के पास, एंड ही कैन have these kind of bars for days. Yes, these are hit songs. Yes, these are trendy songs because Krishna has always been somebody who has hopped on the newest trend in international music. जब drill आया था एक आध महीने के एक आध साल के लिए, drill वाले guys are gonna hate me for this, but still जब drill आया था थोड़े टाइम के लिए, he was a lot into drill and सजाए मौत वगैरह निकाला था. बीच में फिर अब ये NBA young boy टाइप की बीट्स आ गई, वो आ गया. बीच में फिर reggaeton वाला जो तक 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 वो वाला आया था. आई एम श्योर, आई कांट रिकॉल एनी सॉन्ग, बट आई एम श्योर उस समय पे ही वुड हैव हैड सम सॉन्ग इन दैट जॉनर बिकॉज ही इज़ जस्ट दैट chameleon. And here I mean it in a good way, कि he definitely tries to catch all of these trends, you know, before they become played out, but still I don't think he's able to gel as well with those स्टाइल्स. एंड उसकी वजह से क्या होता है, कृष्णा का अपना कोई यूनिक म्यूजिकलिटी का स्टाइल नहीं डेवलप हो पा रहा है. जैसे व्हेन यू थिंक ऑफ रफ्तार, नो आई एम नॉट सेइंग व्हेन यू हियर रफ्तार रैप, आई एम सेइंग व्हेन यू थिंक ऑफ रफ्तार रैपिंग, देयर इज़ अ सर्टन काइंड ऑफ म्यूजिक दैट प्लेज इन योर हेड. When you think of somebody like Kendrick Lamar rapping, there is a kind of music that plays in my head. But when I think of Krishna rapping, I have to actually listen to it to have that music playing in my head because, you know, I hope you get what I'm saying and my thoughts aren't very convoluted, but I just don't think that he has a style of music that he can, you know, call his own. पहली बात. दूसरी बात, not that there's anything wrong with that, but a lot of times I think that Krishna sort of raps to impress other rappers because he has that late post recovery Eminem wala syndrome where he's just so meticulous about his lyrics, he's just so technical with his rhymes, and he's just, you know, the rhymes are perfect as if they were made in a factory. You know what the problem with factory made goods are? The problem is that they are perfect. They are not imperfect. You can't see the humanity behind it. न्यूयॉर्क की बिल्डिंग्स वगैरह, skyscrapers बहुत अच्छे लगते हैं, बहुत बढ़िया लगते हैं देखने में, दे आर परफेक्टली डिज़ाइंड और कांच वाच का सब कुछ लगाया होता है. बट व्हेन यू सी अ चर्च फ्रॉम यूरोप और व्हेन यू सी लाइक एन इंडियन मंदिर या कुछ जो, you know, something which was handcrafted, something which has a lot of art behind it, something which has a lot of expression behind it, उसकी बात ही अलग होती है, राइट? आई थिंक कृष्णा के लिए मेरे तरफ से वैसी ही फीलिंग्स है कि वो परफेक्ट आदमी है. मतलब लाइक आई डोंट हैव अ लॉजिकल रीज़न फॉर हिम टू नॉट बी माई फेवरेट रैपर. His flow is amazing, his voice is amazing, he's able to ride the beat very well, he's technically super strong. His albums and songs are some of the best mixed pieces of music that comes out of Indian hip hop, right? He always has a great sound, his production is top notch. But फिर भी ऐसा क्यों है कि एटलीस्ट मेरी नज़र में कृष्णा डजेंट हैव दैट मच ऑफ अ रिलेटेबिलिटी भी नहीं है यार. मतलब वो कनेक्ट नहीं है जितना लेट्स से एक रफ्तार के साथ है मेरा या एक इक्का के साथ है. एंड इक्का इज़ अ रैपर दैट आई यूज्ड टू वेहिमेंटली हेट at one point of time, but now his evolution has really, you know, made me salute him. But Krishna के साथ पता नहीं वो हो ही नहीं पा रहा. It's like he needs to talk about more than just his witty punchlines and, you know, diss वाली जो bars होती हैं. और पहली बात, वो किसको diss कर रहा है यार आज की डेट में? He is a better rapper than Mufad, he's a better rapper than Emiway, he's a better rapper than Chen K, if that even matters. I mean, I honestly don't think Krishna needs to you know, वो इसको बताने की ज़रूरत नहीं है कि वो कितना अच्छा रैपर है. ही कैन नाउ जस्ट टॉक अबाउट हिमसेल्फ. लाइक आई रियली लाइक कि फर्स्ट ट्रैक में ही ट्राइड अ बिट ऑफ दैट. ही सेड स्टफ लाइक जो पहला वाला गाने का हुक था वो काफ़ी रेमिनिसिंग था. इवन द वीडियो इज़ प्रिटी इमोशनल एंड ऑल. इफ़ यू सीन हिज जर्नी तुम्हें काफ़ी अच्छा लगेगा. बट अगेन वो बीट के साथ बैठ नहीं पाई बात, और पता नहीं, मतलब इट फील्स लाइक अ वेरी फैक्ट्री मेड, फैक्ट्री जनरेटेड प्रोडक्ट कि अच्छा नया कोई ट्रेंड आया, इसको उठाओ. कृष्णा भाई कृष्णा AI तो नहीं है, मेरे को ऐसा लग रहा है. क्योंकि सोचो, जो भी बीट आती है, जो भी कोई नया ट्रेंड आता है, कृष्णा प्रोग्राम है, एक AI है, और उसमें रफ्तार ऐसे डालता होगा कि मेक अ बैंगर हिट सॉन्ग, और वैसे ChatGPT की तरह प्रोसेसिंग करता है और निकलता है बाहर से सजाए मौत. फिर अगला बोलता है मेक अ बैंगर NBA यंग बॉय टाइप सॉन्ग, फिर निकलता है. I'm so sorry, Krishna. I'm so sorry, Raftar. But, I mean, you get what I'm saying, right? They are so perfect that it sort of strips the humanity out, which, I mean, now that I'm saying it, I'm feeling थोड़ा weird कि ये क्या criticism हुआ भाई, but अब है तो है, ठीक है, कर लो जो करना है. As for the features, I would say that both Yunus and Anjum were not at their A game, because I've heard much better and much more coherent verses from them. Overall, it's a nice vibe. It's a nice driving वाली feel की EP है. तो इतना seriously मत लो, मैं तो बोलूँगा. Look who's talking. I'm the one who's breaking it down इतना, crazily. But still, I would say don't take this EP so seriously. सुनने के लिए it's a very nice bunch of songs. But I'm just saying, Krishna, in general, I want you to just think about what you want from your music. And if you are listening to me, dude, I know that in the first song you said that रुकना मुझे मंजूर नहीं है. But I would say stop a little, recollect कि भाई तुम्हारे पास skill इतनी भयंकर है. Use that skill to transform the game. And I am not kidding when I say this. मतलब एक टाइम पे I know हनी सिंह बोलता था कि ग्रैमी ले आऊँगा and all of that. I'm not going to make any claims like that. But Krishna, I think, is one of the only artists in Delhi hip-hop, in Desi hip-hop, who has a truly global appeal. In terms of the production, in terms of his voice, in terms of his skill level. But the thing is, something is stopping him from being that truly global mega star. And he has done all of his international collabs जो, flex करने के लिए होते हैं. But मतलब, I don't know, it's like वो थोड़ा सा रह गया यार बस. So yes, these were my thoughts about this EP. And मतलब EP के बारे में तो इतनी thoughts थी नहीं, because this EP is like a very, जो भी चीज़ें एक प्रोजेक्ट में होनी चाहिए वो इस EP में परफेक्ट हैं. बार्स अच्छे हैं. ओके, तुम्हें रिव्यू चाहिए ना फाइनली. बार्स बहुत अच्छे हैं, बीटें बहुत अच्छी हैं, क्या कहते हैं, फीचर्स अच्छे हैं, काम कर रहे हैं अपना. कृष्णा अपना मस्त काम कर रहा है, मिक्सिंग बहुत बढ़िया है, फील अच्छी है, कोहीसिव है, बिकॉज तीनों गाने वही वो गिटार वाली टाइप की वाइब के हैं. अगेन कहीं पे अड़ रही है बात. सो तुम भी सोचो, मैं भी सोचता हूँ कि कहाँ पे अड़ रही है बात. वॉट इज़ दैट वन थिंग दैट इज़ स्टॉपिंग कृष्णा फ्रॉम बीइंग दैट फटा हुआ इंडिया का नंबर 1 रैपर. And think about it and tell me in the comments. So as for the question, do I like Time Will Tell by Krishna? I think I like it, but if I love it and if I think it has the longevity of some of the other artists that I'm listening to right now, I think Time Will Tell. This was Prateek, and I'll see you in the next one. Do I Like It is a Quint original podcast executive produced by Shelly Walia and Ritu Kapoor. This episode was hosted and produced by Prateek Lidhu. It uses audio from the EP Time Will Tell, and the theme music is from BMG Production Music. You were listening to the Quint's podcast.